I recently picked up a bunch of 78s at the local flea market, and I figured this would be a good time as any to show my process on cleaning them. I took an old direct drive motor from an old turntable that quit working, put on a piece of wood. I use that as my cleaning surface. It gives me a good solid surface. I'll put the glider on there. Rubber mat. Also took an old kitchen towel, poked a hole in the middle for the spindle. It's good to go. If you don't have something like this, you could use your own turntable. You just want to be careful. You probably would want to trim the edges of the towel so it doesn't hit anything you don't want to. And the record I got is, well, one of them, I got a bunch of Fats Domino. So let's go and clean that one. You don't want to use conventional cleaning solution when cleaning 78 RPM records. They're made from a different material, and the chemicals in the cleaning solution can actually damage the record. I use just regular mild dish detergent. I like to use Ivory. Some people use Ajax with good results. I prefer Ivory. And distilled water. You probably would be able to get away with using conventional tap water, but our town has pretty hard water, so I don't even try. You will also need a light bristle toothbrush. I warmed up and bent back the neck to give me a little more clearance. And a cup with a glass with a large opening. You probably would want to take about, I'm going to smooth this over a little bit. Probably about a good half teaspoon soap, around 2 or 3 cups of water. That should do it. Just start mixing it up. Get some suds on the top. There it goes. Looks pretty good. I mean, really, you'd rather have too little than too much soap, because remember, you still have to clean most of it out. So basically, I think we're good to go. Put that wire out of the way. Slowly rotating it around 33 RPM, and we'll start slow. Get the record properly wet first. No point of hurrying this whole process. Yeah, you gotta be sure not to put too much pressure on it. Just requires a little bit. Gotta be careful not to wet the label. Just work it in. You'll probably also kind of feel the grittiness. The suds are starting to change color a little bit. Starting to turn a little brown. Yeah, looks like that's pretty good. A little more good pass. That'll do it. If you have a record vacuum to suck all the water off, you could definitely use that. I don't, so I just take a old hand towel. Go Fighting Aggies. Take about an inch worth. And just gently remove all the water. I like to use white cloth so you can see what dirt getting off of there. And you can probably see that. And get a dry area and run it over again. Get a little more dirt. You probably want to do this at least 2 or 3 times, depending on how dirty the record is. I had some records that were so dirty I had to do it about 4 or 5 times. And also, I forget to mention, this water, it'll turn pretty dark pretty quick, so you probably want to replace it every so often, like every other record. And yeah, when one side's clean, let it dry for about 2 or 3 minutes. Do the other side, same thing. Then you probably want to pick up some of these sleeves. They're not expensive. I got like 100 for about $20 on a website. You probably can also pick them up at your local record shop. And yeah, you're good to go.